Welcome back to Oral Tradition, my brothers and sisters. This is the continuation of the previous video, Children and Chores. Children and Chores. I cannot emphasize this enough. We have lost this generation because we fail to teach the children the things that we learned as children, right? We have lost them. Do you know that this is the most blessed generation and they are the weakest? They don't know anything. They don't want to know anything. They can't take no pressure. They're bored. They're always bored. All the Xbox and the next box and the other box and all of the gadgets that they have, the cell phone, TV, they never watch TV again. All these other games that they're playing, they're still bored. We never have them thing there now. We never have no time for bored because we have to be so creative. I think how to make a chuck, how to make a gig, how to make a kite, how to make like a snowball, how to make drops, how to make like a jam, how to do like a this. So we never have no time for board. But them I pick the board is the simplest thing them board. But let me give you a little bit of information about the things that I had to do as a kid. Your grandmother buy a little wash pan, right? Me a country girl, you know. Go buy a little wash pan and you have to wash your ribbon. Them time that we are wear ribbon. You look at underwear, you look at socks, and your shoes lace. Because we couldn't wear them like a dirty shoes there, so we see some of them are pitting there wear go to school. Them step on the shoes there and it black and the pitting them go to school. No, you have your shoes, in fact your crepe have to wash every week if you have one. Some people go to school then 10 commandments on the ground. Me went to school for a while with my 10 commandments on the ground too. And that means me go to school bare feet. But for those who have crepe and socks, you have to wash the crepe every week. It was mandatory that you wash your crepe every week. Your parents have make sure you wash your crepe and you put it on the fold cup top or some other top, or you hang it on the line with a clothespin. You understand? Or you hang it on piece of piece of the fencing or something. And you have to wash that every week. Okay. For the little girls, I'm have to wash their little uniform and then whatever, right? And we use corn stick and washing brush. When I was about 14, before me go there, so when I was 9 years old, I used to have to do my own thing. So then as I grew up, I got better. So then when I reached 14, I used to have to wash 6 sheets every Saturday morning. And 3 of them were made from flour bag sheets. And the other 3 were made from a softer material and my mother made them. Because back in the day, people had to make their own sheets because you couldn't afford. When you have a lot of kids, you can't buy sheets like that. You understand? You make your own. It was easy for them to make their own sheets. So I would wash the sheets, use my washing brush and my cake soap, and then I would put them to boil in a big the kerosene pan. We used to put them in the kerosene pan and boil out the dirt, and then I second the clothes them, and then I rinse them twice. I hang them up. When you see my sheet, I can't believe I know a 40-year-old woman wash them. You understand? Because I don't like bad color clothes because my mother always wash her sheets and boil out the dirt. So I just follow suit. And I did a good job, you know. So then my brothers and sisters, they used to clean out the fall cove every morning. My sister then wash up the dishes, and my bigger, my brother, who's 1 year younger than me, he was presumptive to clean the house during on the weekends, but during the week, my sister them sweep out the house, and I was the cook. Me used to have to cook, and I cook from very young, right? I remember my mother used to cook for a lady, old lady named Cecilia, and then one day I was playing, ramp with a friend them, and forgot the food, and then when I realized the fish kind of mash out. So I heard her telling my mother like the next week, say, buy pound of fish, half pound for me, half pound for you, now mash it up. But I made him mash up the fish because it's not that I didn't know what I was doing, but I was playing and mash up the fish, so the fish kind of mash up, she wanted it all. But started cooking, me have to cook Sunday dinner. Yes, man, I me cook. Every evening I me cook. You understand? It was 7 of us. You understand me? I me cook. We don't have no problem. No problem at all. I never ran from work. Because you see, when you grow up a certain way, you don't really run from work. You understand what I'm saying? You just do what you had to do. The house was always clean. Like our clothes were always ironed and put up on the screen and under the screen and everything. So we never had any problems. All my brothers and sisters, they are very industrious. They can help themselves. We learned that at a very young age. Not like these children where you always have to ask them, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? No, man, when I raise my kids, I never have no problem with them, because I train them that way, and because of that, they can help themselves, right? Just the other day, I realized I saw my grandchildren outside, the 2 boys, and they're cleaning up the yard. Clean up the yard, and their father give them $30 each. Suppose you say the boy then clean up the yard good. Eh? You have to teach them, man. And it is not a problem. When you're teaching them, don't believe that they're not listening. They're listening and they want to learn. But you have to teach them. And let me tell you something. Teach them to use a knife early. Because you say, anyway, you not teach them how to use a knife, then we chop off them finger when they're 20 and 24, Then we chop off them finger. So you have to teach them, young man. Teach them to turn their hand make fashion. Teach them. Do me a beg to teach them. Because if you don't teach them, you're going to put them at a disadvantage. You understand? Because let me tell you something. Growing up poor has its advantages and its disadvantages. When you're poor, you are deprived of certain things. But guess what it also does? It teaches you how to survive. It teaches you how to think and create things. Yes, it teaches you how to create things. So I know you are a career woman or a career man, but you still need to learn how to do something. Because we live in an individualistic society where nobody don't really care about you. You have to make sure you eat, right, and you eat the right kind of foods. Because these young people, most of them don't know how to cook. They know to go to the fast food place, right? And I want to give people who date a bit of advice. You see, when you date one woman, especially when you want a woman who can cook, instead of carrying home a box food for her or some chicken from Popeyes, buy her 2 pound of fish, 2 pound of snapper, or 2 pound of whatever fish, and some food and some seasoning, and carry it home and say, honey, me buy this for cook for me, Yeah. And then you won't have a problem later on talk about you're going to send her back to her parents so that she can't cook. You should have known that from before. If you make sure that's secured, and you can cook too as a man. And listen up, tell me say you don't know how to do it because your parents never teach you. Buy a cookbook. So let me tell you something. Nowadays you have to learn to saute, fry. You have to learn to broil, and boil. You understand what I'm saying? You have to know to bake and what's the other one? Blanch. You blanch tomatoes, dip them in the hot water for a while, and then you peel off the skin so it doesn't reappear. But there are so many different things that we can do, man, to enhance our life. And I thank God for my parents and thank God for the other people who you know had input in my upbringing, because they taught me so many things, and I'm grateful for it. So please pass down whatever you learn to your children, and you think they're not paying attention, they're paying attention. You understand? This way, if things get hard and you can't afford certain things, you know if you store a little thing, you know what I'm saying? You know if you do a little storing. Because that's why we were taught these things, you know. So if push come to shove, we're not going to fall apart. We're not going to get so depressed because, you know, think we not have this or we not have that or we not have this or we not have that. When I time a source of food, you know, man, I don't know if you don't know that, you know, you get a little pakasa, right? You not no meat tonight, you make it like soup with your coconut milk and something, a source of food you eat, right? And them talk about source of food, yeah, their face, not go so come in their fate. So you have to really teach your kids them how to survive in this world, because you people need to save money and time hard. And we really need to teach the people them something that them can save look of money. You can't buy everything, so me learn to make my one look at jam when me start having my kids them learn to make me look at jam and something, right? Yes man, me teach myself a lot of things. Teach myself to make me look at jam. I just go buy my guava and get my sugar and my knickknacks and I do my thing. Well, I actually went to a catering school to learn how to bake a few things because I wanted to learn how to bake. But the only thing I could have bake a pudding and toto. But then, you know, I enhanced myself, you know. I advanced in my baking skills. So, my people, you take good care of yourself and use the advice that I'm giving you. Yeah? And you will see the benefits, believe me. Just teach them, no matter how young they are, because they are willing to learn. And we have to teach them, you know. Right? I remember back in the days we had home economics at school. Them not have that now. So if you not teach your pitney them, the onus is on you to teach them, you know, man. Because you don't want to raise no buffon, you know. We don't want a buffon around here. We want people who know how to do things. You understand? So until next time, like and share the video, subscribe and leave a comment, because I know this is good stuff. And me can't die with this. I have to give out the information. There's so much that is in me that I want to share. You can't die with all this information, man. No, man. Me that wicked. No, me that wicked if me do it. So you take care of yourself, you hear? Until me soon again with another video of oral tradition. Oh yes, I'm passing it down.